Welcome to Making the Case. I'm Yodit Tewolde. Today marks 1 year since the murder of George Floyd. His death on May 25, 2020 in Minneapolis, Minnesota led to the largest and most significant protests against racial injustice seen since the Civil Rights Movement. Millions rallied across the country and world to protest his and other police killings of black people. Sunday, hundreds of people gathered in downtown Minneapolis for a rally in front of the courthouse where former police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted last month of Floyd's murder. Many carried signs with pictures of Floyd, Philando Castile, and other black people killed by police. Speakers at the event included local activists, Floyd family attorney Ben Crump, and Reverend Al Sharpton, who called on the U.S. Senate to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. The legislation would bring about the most significant changes to policing on the federal level, end qualified immunity, make it easier to prosecute police, and establish a national database of police misconduct. President Biden will host the Floyd family at the White House tomorrow. Biden had previously set May 25th, 1 year from Floyd's death, as the deadline for the bill's passage, but negotiations by lawmakers on Capitol Hill have stalled in recent weeks. Tonight, we're honored to speak with members of the Floyd family. Shareeduh Tate and Tera Brown are George's first cousins and the founders of the George Floyd Foundation. Shareeduh and Tera, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, it's been almost 1 year since the murder of your cousin, and a lot has happened in that time. Massive protests took place last summer in George's name. Derek Chauvin has been convicted. The House has already passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, and in a dramatic shift since Ferguson, more Americans now believe your cousin's killing represents a broader problem in law enforcement. I can only imagine how this past year has made your family feel, but are you more hopeful about the year to come?
I am. I mean, I think, we've pondered over this question quite a bit. And when you look at over the past 10 years or the past decade, how much movement has actually taken place in comparison to what has happened within the last year, we can only be optimistic just because I believe that Perry's death was a catalyst for the movement that we've seen take place so far. And the fact that we have a bill that has passed the House and we're waiting, for the second phase. Even though it hasn't passed, I know the initial deadline was to have it done by the anniversary of his death, but delayed isn't denied. We still know that there's a chance for that to happen. So I am optimistic, and even more so because the climate is one right now that I think is just right for us to get out here and be active and to make sure that we don't lose this momentum.
Tera, President Biden set the 1 year anniversary of your cousin's death at the deadline to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Are you disappointed the bill hasn't passed by the Senate yet, or are you more concerned that this bill has teeth instead of meeting a deadline?
I have to say that I'm not really worried that it didn't meet the deadline that we originally set, because we do understand that sometimes things can get hung up, and we're not worried that it won't pass. We just know that it's going to take a little more time. We're working hard and hoping that people will make the right decision and get this done. But we're not we haven't given up.
Now, Shareeduh, today, Senators Tim Scott and Cory Booker and Karen Bass released a statement that reads, quote, 1 year ago, George Floyd's murder awakened millions of people around the world who had never before witnessed the deadly consequences of the failures in our policing system. This anniversary serves as a painful reminder of why we must make meaningful change. While we are still working through our differences on key issues, we continue to make progress toward a compromise and remain optimistic about the prospects of achieving that goal. The bill has been held up because Republicans are objecting to two key provisions: the provisions that would end qualified immunity, making it easier to sue cops in civil court, and ending the color of law statute, which would make it easier to criminally prosecute cops. What are your thoughts on this statement? Do you think compromising on these key parts of the bill will weaken it?
Well, I think, in my opinion, it would. I mean, qualified immunity is a huge piece, and I think the color of law is too. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not particularly bothered by the fact that we didn't meet the deadline. It's like you stated, it's more important to have the teeth or to have the content that's really going to affect change. So if it takes a little more time to reach that threshold, then I think it's better to wait than to compromise with just having what would be a symbolic bill, in my opinion.
Right. Well, you both are co-founders of the George Floyd Foundation. This weekend, the foundation is hosting a commemorative concert in Houston. Can you guys share more about your foundation and this weekend's event? Tera, you could start.
Absolutely. So our foundation was started with this whole thing in mind. We wanted to make sure that when we talk about legacy, that we're working towards that in everything that we do with our foundation. So obviously we are working on with advocacy and promoting social justice. We also have been working on the actual bill at our state level. They're trying to pass for police reform, and it is House Bill 88. We have worked directly on that, and we're continuing to work on that. There are parts of it that they're ready to approve, and so we're just continuing to work on that. We also we have part of our program also is geared towards providing resources and opportunities for people who are from the community that he grew up from, workforce development programs, and also youth services.
Shareeduh, tell me about this weekend's events.
Well, this weekend, we thought that it would be, fitting to have a concert that would take us right back to the place where it was his final resting place. And so to have a concert that would commemorate, his life. We've talked a lot about his death, and our family is one that loves music, but it's not just about music. It's an opportunity to then have a call to action and to make sure people understand that we have made some progress in this year, but there's much more to be done, and we can do that by using our voices. George is not here, obviously can't speak for himself, but I think our votes are something that we can always use to speak on our behalf, and so encouraging people to get out and vote, to continue to support us and be part of the legislative process to make sure we can get this bill passed.
Well, speaking of that, today was the virtual day of action that you're speaking of, and it was a call for people to get involved to help bring transformative change in their own communities. Was there a cause important to George, something he did to give back to his community?
Well, I think one of the things that he is known for, he was he excelled in athletics. And, by virtue of being that person in the community, there were a lot of young people who actually looked up to him. And so because of that, he had an influence where he would often talk to the young people in the community, encourage them to stay in school and to stay into sports and seek out their dreams. And if college is what they wanted to do, whatever it was, he was always encouraging to them and would take the time. So that is one of the reasons why the youth services is an important part of the initiatives, because children were important to him. And, he was also involved with his nephews and nieces and the other children within our family. So youth being active and being involved in their lives was something that he liked to do. So that is a part that's important, and that's why it's part of our initiatives.
So Tera, I've had Shareeduh on before, and she shared some of her fondest memories of George. I haven't had you on, so I definitely want to get your fondest memory of your cousin, please.
Wow, we have so many memories. We grew up together, so some of our best times was just time that we spent hanging out in the house with some of our closest friends and neighbors, because as we, may have mentioned in other times, is that our neighbors were like our extended family, the way that we grew up. So some of the best times we had was just kind of sitting around, having a good time, talking, smack to each other. We all have this sense of humor. Our family is pretty well known for that too. So if you get all of us in a room, you are gonna laugh. That's gonna happen, because that's just what we do. We bring that out of each other. And so, I mean, that's it for me. Like, I really miss those times.
You're gonna laugh and eat.
You're gonna eat. You're definitely gonna eat good food, because we love to eat. And if you've seen the men in our family, there's some pretty brawny. They're big guys, and they like to eat.
For sure.
Well, I appreciate you two coming on tonight. I know that you guys have so much work to do. We're definitely supportive of you all and the foundation, and we welcome you anytime. Shareeduh Tate and Tera Brown, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.